excited to vote.
Yeah, 2 hands.
I'm excited to vote to give people of color a voice.
I'm excited to vote to perform a civic duty.
I'm excited to vote because I'll put meaning behind the words and my opinions and my thoughts.
Yeah, I do wear this shirt. I do support the movement of like voting, but I'm not excited. I'm more like prepared.
I'm excited to vote because I can't wait to actually see my opinion be put into play.
Is an expression of freedom that a lot of other countries don't get. They don't get the right to vote. They don't get the privilege of voting. And so I should exercise my democratic freedom by voting and offering my voice to the rest of the United States to hopefully make a difference.
Another thing is that this is an off-year election, and this is the most promotion for an election that I've ever seen, especially towards the youth.
But 2016, all the election like promotions were on TV a whole lot. They're not just on TV anymore. They're pushing to the social media sites because they know we're there, that we have a strong presence there. We run those social media sites, and they're pushing the saying vote. They put celebrities we like, celebrities like we watch on TV, and they say vote. Like, then they wear like these voter shirts.
I think in this age of where we're all on social media and we're all about just looking good for a picture, we kind of forget how to be genuine sometimes. And I think we need to be genuine when it comes to our political decisions, because these decisions will matter. These are our opinions, and we can't let them be someone else's opinion given to us.
I think I get most of my influence from my teachers and my peers.
I wasn't even into politics, but then I saw like Samuel Jackson speaking on it, and I like him. I seen him in Pulp Fiction.
For me, I believe I'm a little bit more old school, you know, so I'm always reading, I'm always tapping into those resources, especially the older crowd and my elders.
I get a lot of my political influences from my parents. My dad is always telling me to research what's happening, to look at different websites.
We actually read an article in our class today, and it said like the most influential thing is like your peers, like guiding you in like what, I don't know, I don't want to say that kids like follow people, but we do.
That's a very good question. When it comes to the discussion of politics with my peers, it becomes an uncomfortable space when you don't have access to that education.
Personally, I like talking about politics with people that are willing to actually listen to what I have to say. There's people like in our government classes and stuff, they'll actually listen, take into account your side, ask you why, like really be involved in what you're saying, and then of course when you're done you listen to what they have to say.
I've always been outspoken about politics. If anybody would ever engage in a conversation about politics with me, then I would fully enjoy that conversation, and I don't judge anybody based off their political beliefs.
I'm very comfortable within myself thinking about my opinions on politics, but sharing them out is very scary to me because I'm afraid of being ridiculed for it, or not made fun of, but you know, I'm afraid of my feelings being hurt because of how I feel.
What young people can do to actually start caring about voting is be a trailblazer, and others see that movement happening around them, and they see that kid going out in front of everybody else and saying, this is why your vote matters, this is why we need to vote. I think that's how we get people to collectively stand up together and start voting as a younger generation.
I think that voting is a form of activism in itself, but if you're not voting, then it's also keeping you kind of in the same space, because there was a lot of times where they prevented people of color from voting, specifically black people from voting.
So I think 2020 is going to be an interesting election, because this will be the year that young people really engage in it, because we're the forerunners of this new technological era and this age of information.
We are starting to understand how politics work as we get older and as we see news and we pay attention to news. And I think that that's also motivating people to want to get involved.
We're going to have more of a voice, but I feel like that voice isn't really honed in unless we put the actual effort to get registered.
With Obama, you saw a large push of young people actually coming to vote and show their support for Obama, but in 2016 you didn't really see that so much, and I think it's going to be slightly changed in 2020, because there's a lot of young voters who may not have been happy with the election results, or even who were happy with it that want to see the change continue.
This is the passage into being an adult.